When we were in Peru, we saw a stone like this. We also saw cut marks like this. The difference is that my contractor did this with a diamond blade saw. Let me show you what they said the Peruvians used in order to get this effect. I don't think they used this. I think there's more to the story. What do you think?
My house was built with wood that has extremely straight cut marks. My contractor, he cuts wood with a large, high-powered table saw. Do you know what they said the builders of my house, which was built 100 years ago, used? I don't think they used this. I think there's more to the story. What do you think?
Typical. It's a funny joke, but it's a joke that he made because the first guy basically was comparing apples to oranges, but then Dr. Miano was like, okay, I'm gonna compare apples to apples. So the first guy showed, hey, look, this cut was done by something that cuts, right? A flat, straight cutting tool. While archaeologists and Egyptologists say, no, you can cut stone and granite, for example, with pounding stones, which is incorrect. But that was the point that the guy was making in the video, that it's said that the stonework in Egypt, like the Great Pyramid, stuff like that, a lot of the cuts you see around the Great Pyramid in stone was done with pounding stones, which is obviously incorrect. It's called pounding stone for a reason. You pound it. That means you hit things with it. You don't rub or cut anything with it. You pound with it. So clearly you don't make straight cuts with pounding stones, which is the point of that guy's video. And then Dr. Miano makes the joke of, hey, look, this has straight lines. Therefore, it must have been done with like a power saw, like something like a table saw, something that can cut straight lines. Well, here's a saw, a hand saw. Let me use the handle and bash a piece of wood with it. So he was trying to say that the other guy was dumb and didn't know what he was talking about, but the other guy was not wrong. The other guy was right with what he was saying, because yes, you don't cut things and cutting means you're obviously rubbing material versus another material. You don't cut it by bashing it. Can you split stone by bashing stone against stone, or a hard object versus another hard object? Yeah, you can split stone, but cutting, nice clean cuts versus splitting a stone is not the same thing. No one debates when they see a stone that was clearly split, that it looks so imperfect. It looked like it was just broken in half. Like, yep, that was split. No one says, oh, it must be ancient technology, or pounding stones was involved, or none of that nonsense. No, they're like, clearly it was split. The rock split in half. That's not a mystery. It's when you see that it was clearly cut and smooth, and it's like, yeah, this looks like some type of tool cut this. So then, based off of our knowledge, what tool can cut? What can we use to cut things? Usually it's something that looks like a blade, whether it's a circular blade or a straight blade, something blade-like. No one's saying that it was done by lasers. We're saying it was clearly done by something of a saw type of fashion. So if the cut was done by something that's like a saw, whether it's a power saw or a hand saw, yeah, using a rock to cut saw cuts is wrong, right? It doesn't make sense, which is what the guy in the first video was saying. But Dr. Miano wanted to make fun of the guy for no apparent reason, because there was no reason to make this video. Wanted to be like, hey, you're wrong with what you're saying, because it's like saying that my house that's built with technology can't have been done with primitive tools like this handsaw, because look, see how I'm using the handsaw improperly and therefore it doesn't work? So look, I'm showing you that it doesn't work because I'm doing it wrong. So I'm deliberately trying to make you think that this handsaw cannot cut wood to build my house, because either A, I'm incompetent and can't use it right, or B, I'm not using the right tool. The only way this house can be built is with a table saw. I cannot use a hand saw, which was like what Dr. Miano was trying to say. But Mr. Mark did. It's like, wait, Dr. Miano, you're comparing apples to apples. The dude was comparing apples to orange. The apple was a saw cut, right? The orange is the pounding stone, a round rock, something round making a straight cut. Something round making a straight cut. How does that make sense? It doesn't, because that's the point of this video, was saying that you can't use something round like a rock and smash it against another rock and you'll make a perfectly straight cut. Your example of, oh, this house was built with table saws, so this hand saw can't possibly be used to make this house. It's like, wait, that's not a fair comparison. That's not even an equal comparison. You're poorly comparison. So this is a funny joke, comparison joke, and that's all you did. You just made a meme, a joke, but what you did didn't debunk him, because he wasn't wrong. He was right. You're wrong for thinking that he was wrong, obviously.